That's the bit of luck you need as a striker though. Scores! That's his first goal for Livingston.
He was once a rising star, tipped for football greatness. Born in Forest Gate, East London in 1990, Jay Emmanuel-Thomas grew up in the capital's East End, an area known for both its rich footballing history and its working-class grit. His natural athleticism and confidence on the ball set him apart on the school playgrounds and local pitches. By the age of 8, his talent was undeniable. He joined the prestigious Arsenal Academy, where coaches described him as a rare blend of strength and technical brilliance. Many believed he was destined to become a household name. As a teenager, he captained Arsenal's under-18 team, leading the next generation of stars. Coaches saw leadership. Pundits saw potential. He was a symbol of promise. But promise doesn't guarantee success, and talent, without direction, can take dangerous turns. Fast forward to 2024. Jay Emmanuel-Thomas wasn't being discussed on Match of the Day. He was on trial. A professional footballer turned criminal, accused of orchestrating the smuggling of £600,000 worth of cannabis into the UK. How did it all go so wrong? Today on the Crime Channel, we trace the rise and fall of Jay Emmanuel-Thomas, from Arsenal Academy prodigy to convicted smuggler. Jay Emmanuel-Thomas wasn't just another Academy hopeful. He was considered a gem in Arsenal's youth crown. Coaches praised his ability to play multiple roles: striker, winger, even attacking midfield. He was tall, fast, and had excellent ball control. Yet breaking into a top-tier Premier League squad is never easy. Despite a few senior appearances and much hype, he couldn't cement a spot in Arsenal's first team. He went on loan to clubs like Blackpool, Doncaster, and Cardiff City, searching for consistent playing time. Though he impressed in moments, he often struggled with discipline and consistency, signs perhaps of deeper instability. He later moved permanently to Ipswich Town, Bristol City, and Queen's Park Rangers, but never quite settled. For many, he became a footballing journeyman, a player who'd shown glimpses of greatness, but never fully delivered. In 2019, seeking a fresh start, he moved abroad to PTT Rayong FC in Thailand. For a while, things seemed to be turning around. But by 2024, now aged 34, he returned to Britain, signing for Greenock Morton FC in Scotland. Yet off the pitch, something else had already begun. As his football career declined, Jay Emmanuel-Thomas turned to something far more sinister. He orchestrated an international drug smuggling operation, one that would eventually unravel thanks to routine checks and old-fashioned border patrol work. The plan involved two women: his girlfriend, Yasmin Piotrowska, 33, her close friend, Rosie Rowland, 29. The deal? All expenses paid travel to Thailand, plus a promised £2,500 reward. Their task was simple on paper: bring back suitcases from Bangkok. But what lay inside was far from simple or legal. On 2nd September 2024, the pair landed at Stansted Airport. Border Force officers flagged them for a routine inspection. What they found stunned even experienced agents. Each woman carried 2 suitcases. Inside, 15 kilograms of vacuum-packed cannabis per bag, a total of 60 kilograms. Professionally packaged, likely for sale to mid-level UK distributors. Estimated street value, £600,000. Thomas thought he'd created the perfect front. Ordinary travelers, minimal contact, tight logistics. But his network wasn't tight enough. Would you be able to tell? 2 women with smiles, sandals, and 600,000 pounds worth of cannabis under their clothes and customs radar? It was a professional operation, but clearly not foolproof. Under arrest, the women insisted they believed they were carrying gold, not cannabis. Their story seemed strange, but consistent. They had no criminal records, and no direct evidence linked them to the drug source. The Crown Prosecution Service dropped charges against both. Attention then shifted to the true orchestrator. Through texts, call logs, and travel records, NCA officers built their case. They discovered that Thomas had sent the women on an identical trip in July 2024. Same route, same setup, even the same luggage. This wasn't a one-off, it was a pattern, and Thomas was the constant, the evidence overwhelming. On 18th September 2024, Thomas was arrested in Greenock, Scotland, just days into his new football contract. He didn't resist. On the way to custody, he reportedly said, "I just feel sorry for the girls." Was that genuine guilt or just a convenient soundbite? At Chelmsford Crown Court on the 5th of June 2025, Thomas stood before the judge. He pleaded guilty to the charges of organizing a Class B drug importation. The court heard damning evidence, coordinated trips, persuasive recruitment of couriers, direct communication with Thai suppliers. Thomas had acted as a middleman, a coordinator, between drug producers and UK dealers. A man who once signed football contracts was now moving in circles where kilos, not goals, were counted. His sentence, 4 years in prison. David Phillips, senior investigating officer at the National Crime Agency, said, "Organized criminals like Thomas are persuasive. They exploit trust, offer cash, and turn people into couriers. But the consequences, prison, broken lives, are always the same." Jay Emmanuel-Thomas had once been a footballer filled with potential. His name shared headlines with stars. He had talent, visibility, money, and chances, but it wasn't enough. His career stalled, his opportunities slipped, and eventually he turned to crime, from youth captain at Arsenal to prisoner in a UK cell. This case reminds us, success is fragile, and no amount of early promise can shield you from the consequences of your actions. For the 2 women, he brushed with disaster. For Thomas, a sentence that may close the final chapter on his public life. And for others watching, a warning. If you're asked to carry something and you're unsure, just say no. Was this a desperate last grab at money or a calculated plan by someone who thought he could beat the system? Tell us in the comments. You've been watching the Crime Channel. Subscribe for more true crime stories from Britain and beyond.